Their Majesties invite Crown Princess Ashaxi into their court. Welcome, welcome. Their Majesties invite the Baron and Baroness of Dragon's Lair, Conrad and Devta, into their court.
Your show.
Yes, please. Sorry. We had something. You have their Majesty's leave to make yourselves comfortable.
You're bad. I'm sorry, you were shenanigated.
No, don't mind.
I had helped.
Your Majesties, your first for your compliments.
Good evening, Ontier.
Good evening.
We've been doing lots and lots of stuff today, and we have a little bit more. So we are cognizant of the fact that the celebration of life for our amazing Orontius is scheduled to start at 7. We have approximately 2 and a little bit of court as far as hours. We're going to try and make it quick. If you are presenting or speaking, please keep that in mind, as we would love to be able to get out of here to celebrate Orontius. I also had a request from the Wyverns of Dragon's Lair. What? Yeah? Okay. If you assisted to put this event on today, can you stand up where you are, please? Yay! It takes so many hours and so many hands to make something like this happen. So thank you to each of you. Please make sure and check in with their excellencies to receive one of the tokens. They are beautiful. You've been warned. They made me cry. All right. Thank you.
Little Bird of Aquaterra, their Majesties demand your presence in their court.
Have you seen them here?
No? Would you be willing to accept?
Never may we forget those who and others who strengthen hearts, who sing praises, who shine bright when all other lights have gone out. We have seen your works, Little Bird of Aquaterra, and King Nikolai and Queen Anna award you a sanguine thorn. Gideon Raven's Fury, their Majesties demand your presence before them. Come now and face their your judgment.
Any other way.
Let me receive their love.
That's right, darn it.
I mean, it could be good judgment. I didn't say what kind.
Oh, thank
Whatever.
you. Thank you. You are one of those people that is a quiet contributor most of the time. And you are so generous with your gifts and with your crafts. And we wanted to take a moment and recognize you and say thank you for everything you do.
There are no clear paths for the heart of the knowledge seeker. For the trails of beginnings lies along each branch of research, creating and sharing wisdom. See now the works of Gideon Ravensfury, who has reached into the unknown and pulled back for further understanding, always furthering the glory of the arts and sciences of Ontario. Be Nikolai, mighty king, and Anna, vibrant queen, sovereigns of those in rich lands, see fit to honor those everlasting, ever-questioning scholars, and today grant them entrance in the order of the Jean de Leon. For the newest Jean de Leon, a joyous noise! The strength and stability of the kingdom lies in these virtues of its people: chivalry, creativity, and service. For if any of these are lacking, the kingdom fails. The servants of the crown support it by their efforts, and their dedication preserve the kingdom from extinction. Let the members of the Order of the Pelican attend upon their majesties.
As comfortable as you can have.
Their majesties called for Mr. Spina, companion of the Pelican.
Your Majesty, on behalf of myself and all my council, I beg of you a boon.
What would that be?
Your Majesty, our order is yet one short. I would beg of you to add to our number today.
I think that could be arranged.
Your Majesty, will you call unharassed Renault to your order?
Absolutely.
Their majesties summon Honorat Bertrano, known also as Belborg, Agatha, Bob Ihala, and Olivia De Carducci before them.
Unharassed and all of their adjoining personalities. They're so stately. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. You know, really bananas. Back there somewhere. Welcome. It's been a long day. Noble order. Noble order. Is it still your opinion that Anharad should be offered into this amazing order today? Yes. Yay. Is there a member of the populace who would like to speak upon the qualities of this candidate as a peer?
I will, Your Majesty.
Surprise!
Greetings, Your Majesties, noble order of the Pelican, and to the citizens of Antir. I am Andromaca of Lesbos, former Bardic champion of Antir, and your royal herald. And I know for a fact that I can absolutely get away with pillage is what brings us together today. And I lost my spot, sorry. And I know that I have been asked to speak on Mistress Anrad's qualities as a peer. But I find that I do not have the voice nor the words to speak such things. I cannot speak to the qualities as a peer, but Senior Airman Crane can. One of the 3 core values of the United States Air Force is service before self. For the Air Force's own website, this is defined as an airman's professional duties take precedence over personal desires. So what does that have to do with Honorad's quality as this peer? The symbol of the Order of the Pelican is a pelican inner piety. It is a symbol of sacrifice. It is a symbol of serving others and placing their needs above one's own personal interest. It is a visual representation of that core value. Honorad has been serving others within the society, from opening up her home to lend her expertise in sewing and cooking within our local barony, to serving in officer positions both locally and in the kingdom. This service, this sacrifice of time and energy, comes with no strings attached, comes with no expectations of recompense. It is freely given from the heart. Honorad has been a Pelican in all but title, so Your Majesties and the noble Order of the Pelican, I thank you for recognizing this.
What's up? What's up?
Is there a companion of the Order of Defense who can testify to this candidate? Grace? Yes. Grace! Courtly Grace.
I am Master Sebastian de Con, Order of Defense. Grace takes many forms. Honorad shows grace in the form
To them.
Grace takes many forms. Honorad over the years has shown grace in the face of adversity. She has shown grace in the face of abundance. It is how you deal with things that are happening around you. And she has always managed to do it in such a way that the persons and people involved feel like they've been treated honorably and with grace. And that's why she is a peer in my room.
Is there a member of the chivalry to attest to Honorad's chivalry?
Where is Your Majesties? If I may.
Actually, I believe that's Gavin, the royal peer.
Hold on. Not chivalry. There he is.
I am Gavin, or Sir Gavin, Knight of Antir, and I have known Baroness Anharad nearly 30 years. He's one of my first friends in the society. And in that time, she has exemplified every aspect of service and peerage in my eyes. Whether it is opening her home to help teach new people how to make garb, or running events and gigs, or holding the position as Baroness, or running as the head of the sergeantry for the barony for a number of years. Your Majesty, she has exemplified the Order of the Pelican in my eyes for many years. Thank you.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel to attest to Anharad's talent?
I am a member of the Order of the Laurel, but today I bear words from Vesta. She was unable to make it today, but she very much wanted to be part of this ceremony. So unto your majesties, my fellow Ontarians, and my dear Anharad, as I am unable to attend June Faire, I send these words. I am Vesta Antonia Aurelia, Viscountess of the Summits and member of the Order of the Laurel. And I am here to explain Anharad's good works as only another ElfQuest fan could. Non Iros in Sindol theory. That's where is she from one Lita to another? That's a good question for any event, actually. Where is she? Where is Anharad? Where's that wolf cat right now? Because she could be anywhere, doing anything, and likely is, which is how she came to the attention of your majesties in this order. She's had a history of lurking in the shadows and laboring in the background. So I'm so pleased that the Pelicans have seen her work despite her winnow-will tendencies. One of the things I admire about Anharad is how she models navigating a full and rich SCA life, whether she's serving as a herald, volunteering to run lists, sewing for various crowns and coronets, helping out with online events, hosting art nights for over 2 decades, juggling requirements as an event steward, making adorable marzipan subtleties from scratch, om nom nom. She is also doing some of the most important work, showing how to help others without draining her own bucket to the dregs. And we need every example of healthy service we can get. She shares the ups and downs, that day-to-day process openly and with intent, forthrightly, damn near Covey-like. Modeling how to do the work of a Scadian and to still have good boundaries is just one more service she offers. Then ir Osin Sindol theory. Where is she? She's helping, like the Lita she is.
Is there a member of this order to attest to Anharad's service?
Your Majesties, assembled companions, populace of Antir, and our folks watching at home. I am Magistra Pompeia Rufina, companion of the Order of the Laurel, companion of the Order of the Pelican, and Black Lion Emerita. The last part is important because that's how I met Anharad. Before I was ever Black Lion, when I was just a field herald chasing around fighters, making sure they were announced on the field, Anharad was there with me. We each were running our own fields and backing each other up and making sure each other drank water, took breaks, and ate snacks. This is service at its heart. Not just working for the kingdom, but working for the betterment of your peers and your friends. I have watched and walked together with Anharad as we have both grown on our journeys. And I cannot tell you for how long I have considered this woman my peer. I am delighted today, your majesties, that you have finally recognized my sister, my friend, my peer.
Is there a royal peer to attest to Antares? That's you.
Your Majesty, if I may?
Yes, please.
I bring words from Sir Titus. And I will say before I speak his words that Anharad was also one of the first few that I met in the FCA who also made my first official job of my own, and I owe her a great debt of that. So it's my pleasure to butcher Titus's words as best I may. From Sir Titus. I met Anharad within my first years in the SCA. We formed an immediate friendship founded on our mutual love of fantasy and science fiction. We were both, what's that? We are both excited about the society, filled with romantic visions of a past world recreated and alive, the combat, the arts, and the outstanding people, who in our eyes embody the very best in these pursuits. We found ourselves surrounded by wiser and more experienced people whose skill believed and nurtured the virtues we in our green felt were good and right. Time has passed and the world has changed and seems to have grown harder and more chilled, and yet I know she has not fallen away from believing in the value and the rightness of such virtues despite those changes. Even as Anharad and I have been inspired, I know she in turn has moved others to strive to be the people that they are, and we always wished we could be. Whether it is a fighter, artist, or supporter of the dream. That's from the title.
Huzzah.
Anharat, right mindful of your service to the society and the wishes of your peers, we are resolved to create you Ifurth of the Pelican. Know that to be a peer is to hold a sacred trust, that the obligations will demand your efforts every moment of your life.
A peer must seek excellence in all endeavors, not for their own good, but for the good of others. A peer must always seek justice, truth, tempered with mercy. A peer must remain loyal to the people and the ideals that they have chosen to live by. A peer must always defend their kingdom, their family, and those who depend upon them. A peer must have courage to sacrifice for the precepts of the people that they value. A peer must have faith in their beliefs. A peer values the contributions of others and does not boast of their own accomplishments. A peer must be generous as far as their resources allow. A peer recognizes that true nobility arises from the journey, not the destination.
Seek to emulate all of this as sincerely as possible, not for personal gain, but because it is correct. Do not restrict your exploration to a small world, but seek to infuse every aspect of your life with these qualities. Should you succeed in even a tiny measure, then you will be well remembered for your quality and virtues. Knowing all of this, do you still desire to accept elevation into this order?
I do, Your Majesties.
Will you pledge to continue to uphold the honor of this order?
I so swear.
Will you increase your labors and talent nobly, as befits one of your rank, and seek to extend your talents and abilities throughout the society?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Will you teach and assist any dependents you may have to serve as you have served?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Is there...
Do you wish to swear fealty at this time?
Yes.
Upon what symbol of state will you swear fealty?
Huzzah.
I here swear fealty to the crowns of Ampere,
to ever serve this crown, to be faithful and true, to love all that they love, and shun all that they shun, to remember courtesy and kindness, and to prize justice above personal gain, to keep secret any counsel they entrust to me, nor knowingly disclose it to their harm, to guide by my example all who serve your kingdom, to diligently serve where needed, and to light the way for all your people. Hereby my honor, my hand and my heart, swear I, Amparo Ferreno, also known as Valpuri or Olivia Papucci.
We accept your offer of service and leadership and rely on you to advise us wisely as you serve and guide on tier with honor and charity. We will act toward you respectively in all things, protecting you with our aid and rewarding you with our love. But may your strength fail and the world turn against any who should break their solemn oath.
Is there a medallion?
There's several.
Oh,
A few medallions.
do they have lineages?
This is the Legacy Medallion of Guapa and Lord Pelicans. It originated with Baroness Rowan O'Callahan. From there to Master Prague Nilsson. From there to Master Pyotr Konstantinovich. From there to Mr. Selina Wolfstan. Then on to Elspeth Vickerath, Baroness. Then on to a name that I can still not read in August of 2022. To Maestra Aisha Alzara. To my star, Kira Nichols' daughter, from my hand to yours. Thank you.
Clarence Carnes, Legacy Medallion. Althea Felia Lazari. Alessandra Dimelfento, Guerra, Tim Lightfellow, John DePercy, and Stephen Beaker.
And as these are legacy medallions that she will have to pass on one day. This one is her own forever.
Ooh.
The pendant was created by Alex Ostriva of the Kingdom of the East and strung with her favorite purple.
David Labradite.
All right. Now take from our hands the symbol of your order, which creature will nourish its young when necessary with the blood from its own breast. Wear it proudly, that all may recognize your service, as we have acknowledged it this day. I gotta show this one. Sorry.
Oh. Is that one of her cat whisker ones? It is a cat whisker medallion. So for those on the live stream, she paints these with a cat whisker that is shed from her cats. That is the brush she uses to put the gold on these.
Wow.
Sorry, I have to show this.
Not for Majesty to show you that off. Is there a cloak? A veil? Very close like that. This veil is a reminder of the responsibility of a peer to shelter and to give aid to those who come to them in need or seeking knowledge. Let its weight help remind you of this duty.
Is there a chapeau?
She could be so warm. Yes.
The cap of maintenance is a symbol of the pelican. For just as the cap of maintenance supports the crown and makes it easier to bear, so the pelican supports the kingdom and eases the burdens of its rulers. Oh.
Majesty is investing the candidate with a beautiful bag featuring the badge of the Order of the Pelican. Rise, Ifat Anhar Vukreno Pelican. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Then standing with the band. Oh, great set.
She's torturing me personally by making me do this.
That is a very historical practice.
As an explanation for those who may not know, it was a practice when knights became knights banneret that they then cut off the lower section of their banner and just had the section with their badges.
Let this be proof that I love you.
I tore it up, I love you.
Companion of the Order of the Pelican, huzzah! Please go forth to meet your companions and may your companions follow.
Yes, companions, please follow.
Knock away.
I will let her forget. I said I was going to her later.
Sebastian Bast Dufresne, please present yourself before their majesties. Or a representative.
Is there, is,
Would their excellencies Madrone, are they present? Are Madrona present?
Might be the bad.
okay, that's fine.
Oh, wait,
Might
I'm not
be
sure
Pelicans.
this way. Your excellency, you get your assistant.
Hello, sorry.
New tidings are at hand, my friends, which none on here foresee, even from the mountains tall, nor the seas vast, nor the valleys wide and low. Brightness of spirit and the boldness of heart, the rising light of a new star within the kingdom. Sebastian Bast Dufresne has been awarded an award of arms by their majesties, King Nikolai and Queen Anna. Ulfric Agneson, please present yourself before their majesties. Or a representative from the barony of Aquaterra. Never may we forget those who aid others, who strengthen hearts, who sing praises, who shine bright when all other lights have gone out. We've seen your works, Ulfric Agneson, and we, King Nikolai and Queen Anna, beloved monarchs of Vontier, recognize you with a sanguine thorn. Tulia, Eleonora, Dominici, de Agrona, their majesties once again call you into their court.
All right.
Or a representative?
That's 3 for 3.
I know.
Why do people not come to court? I swear, not that scary.
Share my friends.
Blathenor. Julia's Blathenor.
That's my shit sister. I could.
If you can,
Well, their excellencies of Blathenor.
Would their excellencies of Blathenor please come forward to accept this upon behalf of their person?
this is actually planned. We just wanted to have a parade of B&Bs. Familiar with them.
The battle service goes ever on, and where it leads, one cannot say, but the way is bright and full of heart for all who would take the day. Julia, Eleonora, Dominici, Diagrona, you've shown time and again that you have done this, and their majesties, King Nikolai and Queen Anna, provide you the mark of the Gucci song.
Art is by Monika the Bohemian. Words by Ursula von Freiberg and calligraphy by Vishantas Yadwiga and painted by Petrozina. Something that begins J.
Zuzmiskawa. Yeah. So cool.
It's beautiful!
It is beautiful. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Will the Secretary of the Order of the Laurel please present themselves before their majesties?
the secretary.
Master Gaston, what is your petition?
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
All members of the Order of the Laurel here present come now before the thrones of Lantier.
Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Laurel. Each of you is a peer of this our realm by virtue of your service and the sharing of your talents with the people of this kingdom today. Today, you bring before us another for consideration. What is the name of the candidate?
L'Oreal?
Yes, L'Oreal.
Let L'Oreal approach the throne!
Who would speak for this candidate?
Assembled members, populace of Vontier. Oh, wait, is that my camera?
Yeah.
People who could not be here, but we miss you. It is my honor and privilege to speak for this candidate. Varial has been someone who has inspired me for a very, very long time. Varial is someone who has enriched the SCA through their art, through their service, through their kindness, through their grace, through their beauty, through their love, for over 40 years. We're pushing 50? We might be pushing 50. For a very long time.
2 years old.
And since she was 2 years old, she is someone who inspires me daily with their continuation to craft exquisite work, beautiful jewelry, incredible metalsmithing, astronomical jewelry crafting. I first of all covet just about everything that comes out of her workshop, but primarily is an absolute inspiration to me as your grandparent, your grand peer, is incredibly proud for me to stand here and speak on your behalf because you're amazing. I adore you and your majesty. She is my peer. Your Highness.
Is there another?
Your Majesties, I bring words from another from afar.
Thank you.
Speaking to the populace.
Please.
Your Royal Majesties, Royal Highnesses, companions of the Order of the Law, and citizens of Antir. My name is Hinara Sigrid Skullsdottir, Baroness of Antir and a companion of the Order of the Laurel. I have been asked to speak on the behalf of this worthy candidate. While I would love to speak of her, I would rather speak to her. L'Oreal, you and I first met many years ago at Athenaeum when we were both displaying our art. We became fast friends as we shared an interest in making jewelry and creating circlets and coronets, inviting each other over to our studios to help refine a skill or process, even though we lived 8 hours apart. Every year, I was eagerly looking forward to seeing you and what new heights you had achieved in your art that year. And every year you did not hasten to amaze me. You are such an amazing individual with such soft-spoken enthusiasm, putting your heart and soul in every piece you make. You achieve what you set your mind to. I am in awe of your talent, your artistic abilities, and visions. I could go on and on regarding your abilities and qualities, but all who stand here today alongside of you know of these abilities and qualities because they see you as I do, a peer of Antir. While I could not be there today to witness and share this milestone with you, I wanted you to know that I am incredibly happy for you. I am truly blessed to have you as a friend, a fellow artisan, and as Her Majesty see fit, a wonderful addition to the Order of the Laurel as my peer. Well done, my dear. Well done. All my love, C.
Is there another?
Yes. Fabulous. Welcome over here. For a different perspective, I am still relatively new to the SCA. As an artist and crafter myself, one of my first questions was, what does laurel mean? And the explanation that I got was that a laurel is someone who is not just an expert craftsperson, but someone who shares their knowledge and teaches and mentors other artists in their craft. They enhance the society with their participation. L'Oreal is a true artist and an expert craftsperson. She shares her talent through the items she makes and through creating space for others to create as well. I'm getting overcooked. I have been lucky enough to be welcomed into her creative life and art, and I can't wait to spend some real time learning from her and collaborating with her. Her generosity of time, talent, experience, and generosity of spirit are, to me, humbling and a true embodiment of what I've been led to believe a laurel should be.
I have here to read words from another who wished to be here, but wasn't able to attend. Your Majesties, Your Highnesses, Your Excellencies, dignitaries, lords, and ladies, I am Viscount Beryl de Gilbert, Knight of the Outlands, and I would speak of the wonder that is Her Ladyship L'Oreal Faire. From her humble beginnings in the Kingdom of Outlands to where she finally ended on her quest to find a home here in Antir, in our society. She has been a worker, a leader, a teacher, and yes, even a muse. Speaking for the peerage of the chivalry, I would tell you that she supported the fighters of the Outlands as a water bearer of the kingdom with cheery smiles, kind words, cool water, and a lilting laugh that would rejuvenate even the most spent fighter and encourage him to return to the tourney or war field to perform greater deeds of valor. Speaking for myself, I would tell you of her work dressing and adorning those individuals she has gifted with the carrying of her favor. As an accomplished seamstress, she saw to it that those who fought for her lived well on and off the field and carried themselves with honor and bearing of a person who carried the favor of inspiration itself. Speaking of her value and worth, I would tell you that she is the rarest of gems. When a lady stands beside the field of combat, straight and tall, with the bearing of the greatest of the ladies of history, and simply smiles to her lord upon the field, he finds that he can perform wonders that he never thought he could accomplish. While in the outlands, her ladyship never took to the field of combat for combat's sake, but her visage alone, when given, gave the Lord carrying her favor the strength and courage and fortitude of 10 men. This creative lady, this lady is inventiveness, innovation, inspiration, and imagination, all in one body. And that is what a fighter needs. A knight needs to assist him on his continuing quest to greatness. Please excuse my archaic wording, but I will put it as simply as I can. A good man fights for something. A great man fights for someone. Never a man nor a knight had the will to persevere to greatness without the support of a lady such as Lariel Fairhale, and that is her contribution to the chivalry. The outlands laments our missing Floss Australis, but on tier will shine all the brighter for her. Fare thee well, one and all.
Cousin, is it your desire that L'Oreal should be admitted to this noble order?
Yes.
Yay!
L'Oreal, are you sworn fealty to another?
It has been our honor and our privilege to walk with you this far. You came to us already an amazing person and an amazing artisan, and you have enriched our lives. Though we no longer call you our apprentice, we greatly look forward to calling you our sister, and you will always be part of our family. Commend you to their majesty, release you from your service to us.
L'Oreal, well pleased with your skill and continued service to this kingdom, and right mindful of the desires of your peers. We are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Laurel. Will you accept from us this honor and swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of the Order?
Your Majesty, I so swear.
Then will you, L'Oreal, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set forth by the governance of this order, as you most certainly have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world as far as it is within your power.
Bring forth the medallion and speak its lineage. This medallion has no lineage. It was created by Burley, with the back created by Wolfgar.
Then take from our hands this token of your accomplishment and our esteem.
Bring forth the circlet and speak its lineage.
Majesty, this circlet also has previous lineage because it was created by Lariel, of course.
from our hands this token of your accomplishment. Bring forth the mantle.
And also has said, starts now, create for her by you for love, and contains elements of our regalia.
Technical base.
Wear this mantle as a symbol of that nobility to which your own labors, as much as our recognition, have raised you.
Let it be known that on this day, L'Oreal Fairhair has been admitted to the right noble order of the laurel and will be known as a peer of the kingdom of Antir and the society. Would you now swear fealty to the crown? Upon which civil estate would you swear fealty?
I, L'Oreal, companion of the order of the laurel, and a peer of the kingdom of Antir, do become your lead woman of life, limb, and earthly faith and truthful and fair, to live and die against all manner of.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Nikolai, King, Antir.
So say we, Anna, Queen Antir.
Forth the scroll.
It is the privilege of the crown to reward those of our subjects who excel in one or more fields of endeavor. These subjects, by their skill, greatly enrich our kingdom and are deserving of honor and reward. Therefore, we, Nikolai Rabenez von Takov and Anna de la Serra, sovereigns of Antir, are well pleased to recognize L'Oreal Fairhair for her skill in metalcraft and to admit her to the Order of the Laurel. Given this 21st day of June, Anno Societatis 60 at June Faire.
So normally we interfere, but please could you join them for a moment?
We have one more piece. L'Oreal is an amazing and accomplished artisan and part of a pair.
You weren't going to miss court, right? So after consulting with the order, with the gift to our heir, we would like to take time to children, take advice. He said yes.
Here's one from me.
For the newest member of the Order of the World and the newest Vigilant, 3 cheers!
Thank you, Lord. You may retire. Oh my God. Yep. We know that court can be long, especially if you're not fully grown. So we would like to invite the children to please join us.
Physically, not mentally.
Oh, come on! Fine!
How tall do you have to be to ride this ride? Finally, something I'm taller than.
Chronological age, not mentally.
Oh, excellent. We are so happy that all of you decided to join us today. And we have some fun little things in this box. And you are welcome to choose one, but you're going to have to catch him first.
Get him! Get him! Get
It's really good that he's got squares I can
That's your wire training.
Yeah. That's right. It's cardio.
Their Majesties would ask any members of the Order of the Rose or the Order of Valor's estate, please join them in court.
Yep. So, in Ontario, we have a tradition of welcoming newcomers. And we would like to further that tradition today. All of the companions of the Order of the Rose and Valorous Estate have very generously agreed to participate in this welcome. We ask, there they are, right there. These amazing companions are here because they have served in the same manner that we serve. They are an amazing font of knowledge. And so we would welcome anyone for whom this is their first event, either in the SCA or in Ontario. Please come up, introduce yourself to one of these amazing companions, and we have a gift for you. We got hats. All of us started at some point. All of us were newcomers, at least once. And we are so excited that these folks have joined us, and we hope that they find reason to come back and potentially become part of this family.
Court will resume after petting a puppy. These are the most important things.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the newcomers, a joyous noise! Mestra, Pompea, Rufina, companion of the Order of the Pelican, has a petition for their majesties.
Another boon!
Our order is yet one more short.
We're always one more short.
Argument.
I don't think
I just think it's
like it's called for the order for
With the members of the Order of the Pelican here present, by order of their majesties, come now before the crown frontier.
That was an excellent recovery, though.
Patients will be content with technical difficulties.
Contrary event. Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Pelican.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
Each of you is a peer of this our realm by virtue of your service and the sharing of your talents with the people of the kingdom.
Today you bring us another for consideration.
Today you bring us another for consideration.
What is the name?
What is the name of this candidate? Chloe Thera, please join us.
Hey, ye! One comes before you, exemplary of service, giving, generous, and full of life. Baroness, leader, and friend to all. Gentle yet fierce. Beauty, inspiration, and grace. Lucky are we all to have her in our barony, community, and kingdom. Your Majesties, people of Antir, Chloe of Thera.
Who would speak for this candidate?
Master Arya.
I have known Chloe for many a long year. First, I would like to say, what is the Order of the Pelican? The Pelican is above and beyond service, according to Corpora, to a branch. Chloe's branch and her love and her heart of service lives in Dragon's Lair. That is where she has given her service repeatedly, on and on and on. I first met her, she showed up on an archery range with her very young daughter, no longer very young. And she said, what can I do to help? And I said, you could run the short range for the kids. She immediately became a junior marshal, and she has never stopped. She has had job after job after job after jobs after job. She stepped down. I had the honor of serving as Baron with her as Baroness. She stepped down as Baroness, took on 2 more jobs. I stepped down as Baron and took off. You have a heart of service that is so great, and you give it to your Baron. Okay. I'm not.
Don't let her get it. I am Mastriana Disa Ibirkilundi, companion of the Order of the Pelican and Order of the Laurel. I am here to speak today for my dear friend Chloe. I met Chloe in the midst of the pandemic. She became Baroness of Dragon's Lair one day before I became Baroness of Lemire. Being baronage during the pandemic was not easy. You had to be creative in how to keep your barony engaged and healthy. It could be very isolating and very challenging. Chloe was able to take on this challenge with grace and joy. I always looked forward to working with you as my cousin, and I'm so happy to call you my sister Pelican.
Chloe is my head of retinue. This is particularly funny as immediately before me, I was hers. She and I met at June Faire 12 years ago. And it genuinely changed my path forever. I would speak of Chloe's tenacity, because there is not a job you can give her that she cannot conquer, no matter how big that mountain is. Whether all of camping is sloped, flooded, or somewhere you can't drive on, she will conquer that mountain. There is not a windmill she can't tilt to find and defeat. Once she is given a bearing, or once she discovers a bearing of her own, she will continue until it is hers. There are so many jobs at June Faire that are just Chloe's. She teaches to pass on. There are so many here who have learned from Chloe on how to do those jobs. And still, in a pinch, in a crisis, we turn to her. Because she doesn't have any quit. I got a whole packet. Chloe's tenacity is such a representation of what pelicans can be, and I'm eternally grateful for her recognition today.
Thank you.
Your Majesties, Your Highness, Your Excellencies, companions of the Order, the good people of Antier. I am Defenseur Jacques de Normandy, 2nd Baron of Dragon's Lair, companion of the Order of the Pelican, and as of just a few hours ago, newest member of the Order of Defense. I come today to speak on behalf of my friend, Chloe of Tira. When people think of pelicans, they think of service. Service to a barony or a region, service to the kingdom or service to the society. But it's more than that. It's a dedication to service. It's doing the things that people don't necessarily want to see done or do themselves. Chloe does those. I think a better word is dedication. It's giving of her time, her talents, her expertise to teach others and lead others and show others what to do. And dedication isn't the right word. It's bigger than that. It encompasses more than service. It's love. Chloe shows her love every time she takes on a role, every time she teaches someone, every time she says, I will help. Chloe, we recognize your love. And your majesties, we ask that you admit her to our order because, Chloe, we all love you too. That's all.
Good job.
Companions, is it still your desire that Chloe be admitted to this order?
Yes, Your Majesty. Are you sworn in fealty to another?
Chloe, I'm not looking at you. You haven't been my student long. September Crown 2022 here on this very site. At that time, I gifted you with a leather protege belt with my open book charm. I wish you to keep this belt, add your own token, and present it to your own protege. Then, in March of this year, at Kingdom Arts and Sciences in Rapier, I gifted you with a protege belt woven by my own hand. It was at this event that their majesties chose to offer you admittance to this order. There was going to be shenanigans, but it didn't happen. I now ask for this belt to be returned. However, you remain a valued friend and member of my family, even as you are elevated as my peer.
By what name do you wish to be known?
Chloe of Thera. Well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to this our kingdom, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers, we are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Pelican. Will you accept from us this honor? And swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of this order.
Then will you, Chloe of Thera, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set forth for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the known kingdoms of the known world, as far as it is within your power.
Bring forth the medallion and speak its lineage.
I came from the king. Moravia is one I heard. This was given to me by my fellow.
There is a second that she admired the one that I gifted to me from Countess Yahara. And I commissioned one for her. Oh my goodness. Gorgeous.
Then take it from our hand. Listen to your talk and our esteem.
Bring forth the circlet and speak its lineage if it has one. Oh,
Bail.
fail. Order of operations.
So this particular veil was gifted to me from Sokka, and then I block printed it with a block design for Baroness Zara. Okay.
Now
Oh, bring forth the serpent.
This diagram was practiced by my sister Laura.
Wear this circlet as a symbol of that nobility, to which your own labors, as much as our recognition, have raised you.
Let it be known that on this day, Chloe Faire has been admitted to the right noble order of the Pelican, and will be known as a peer of the kingdom of Antir and the known world. The new peers shall here be asked if they are willing to swear fealty. They have decided to swear fealty upon their majesty's word.
I'm Chloe Faire. The peer, the kingdom of Antir. To become the liege woman of life. And take it to tell their to accept.
And we, for our part, do swear to protect and defend you and your household with all of our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir. So say we, Anna, Queen.
So say we, Nikolai, King.
Oh, it's more like object. Oh, yeah. Pass it on my sister. She's a.
Y Chloe, Cimeras, Ingis, Pelicanos, Apoton, Vasilisa, Nicolos, Keg, Vasilisa, Anna. And for those of you who don't speak Greek, Chloe is this day made a pelican by King Nikolai and Queen Anna.
Arise, Chloe of Thera, and go to your peers.
They're ready.
Hear that? Hear that?
Togashi Ichiro, Aline Kitirona Marab, Elizabeth Piper, Melissa Dalmatia, Wolfgar von Rothenberg, Pelagia Iania Dok, and Wayne, also known as Shirley, or Shirley, apologize. Please present yourself before their majesties.
Hello. So earlier today, I spoke a little bit about how it takes an enormous team to help anyone who sits on these chairs do the job that they have been selected to do. This team in particular are just a small portion of the amazingly talented and very generous tailors in this kingdom. And they're the reason that we look even mildly presentable on a regular basis. So I wanted to gift each of you something that I made by my hand. This is a tiny needle cake. This is a clothier's favor. So thank you for helping us with our best. We adore all of you. Yes, I know, surprising to no one. Oh, okay. Well, I'm missing Pelagia and
Pelagia's and Stella.
yes, I know she is. Thank you. I got that. Oh, Mabane? Don't have Mabane?
I apologize. I slaughtered your name. Please come forward.
Thank you.
I'm only authorized in a few languages. I'm still working on my other authorizations.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming forward.
And this time.
Thank you so much for the work that you did on our whole day. We appreciate all of you so much. Your art is. Thank you.
Huzzah!
Sir Cedric, their majesties demand your presence in their court.
With their majesty's permission, I've been allowed to talk about the Order of the Mark. It is the newest missile peerage that they have created for those in the SCA. Everyone who has ever walked on a range has seen a white bracer. Everyone who has aspired to be better at archery has dreamed of owning a bracer. With the Order of the Mark, the bracer is being retired, or actually the OGGS will no longer be available for those wishing to attain that rank. So at this time, their majesties are going to make the last OGGS ever in Ontario.
Can we have the Order of the Grey Goose Chef join us one last time?
That's a whole gaggle.
That sounds.
Sir Cedric, would you be willing to call the
Conrad! Please.
Who of your order would speak to this candidate?
Close that show. Fabulous. I am Arcos Marcel Boutet, and Conrad is my Arcarius. For a few minutes left. I was under Master Aryan, and eventually made my way to get my own bracer, and immediately effed off and barely played. Until he kept calling me back to war, back to the range, back to practice, and eventually back to what I actually enjoyed. And when it was time for me to bring someone under my wing, there was no better person to do so. And everything he has done with gusto, vim, and vigor brings life to archery, thrown weapons, and siege in the SCA.
Conrad is not just about the range. Obviously, he has the prowess in multiple disciplines, or he would not have been even considered for the order. I would speak of his service to his community. He has started a household when he wasn't old enough to drive. They are still House of Rye known throughout the kingdom and definitely the branch of Dragon's Lair. So people don't follow someone for that long and that diligently if they're not a leader. This is a leader.
We want to keep it brief.
Is it your desire that Baron Conrad Cedricson be added to this order?
Yes, Your Majesties. Are you bound to another member of this order?
I am.
Do you like to?
We even talked about something we never. It was like fun things. What are they? No, that's fine. No, we got something else to do. Okay.
Perfect. Baron Conrad Cedricson, well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to this our kingdom, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers. We are minded to create you a member of the Order of the Grey Goose Shaft. Please accept this honor. Bring forth the medallion and speak this lineage that has it.
Your Majesty, this medallion belonged to Master Julian Edward Farnsworth, his SCA grandfather. Handed to me, gifted to him.
Then take from our hands this token of your accomplishment and our esteem. Bring forth the brazier and speak its lineage if it has one. The brazier is new, as did thy news of love and appreciation. Huzzah! Huzzah! Slow as
Wear this bracelet as a symbol of the order and the rights and responsibilities that come with it.
brazier reminds me of this furnace. Always works exactly as you.
In the war wave of dust, when shield walls rang, and the red sun bled over rampart and ruin, stood Conrad Ross, axe-bound and oath-sworn, Varangian far from the fjords of his fathers. He turned from the flash and grasped the worm bow, great ballista, rune chained and ash limbed. With arms like tree roots, he drew the worm's breath and loosed the sky sphere, sharp as Scotty's fang. It sang through the storm like Yalhorn's echo, found the tower hard where the Jarl fiend stood, and smote him low, spine split as Yggdrasil's root, by fire hunger at Ragnarok gate. Then said the seer, to flies the wrath of the Northmen's hand when oaths are kept. By the ring bearer's oath, Nikolai King and Anna Queen, call forth Conrad Cedricson. Right mindful of the wishes of your peers, we recognize you as a member of the Order of the Grey Goose Shack, done by our hand and seal this 21st day of June on a Societatis 60.
This original scroll was created with love by Scala Ink Pens for Conrad. Wordsmith Marcel Cyric Longfellow. Folks commented on it too.
Please. Let me get that so you can. Now go. It's a simple one. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
For the final member of the Order of the Grey Goose Shack. Hit, hit! Hit! Hit, hit!
Thank you, Keith. Thank you for everything. Can I have a raucous noise for the Grey Goose
Here they go, flying away.
Sir Constantine Truepenny, please present yourself before their majesties.
I'm not Constantine.
Recipients of the Queen's Guard Spear, please present yourself before their majesties.
There are more. They may not be here with us, but they are amazing.
You know what? You're from here.
All right, come on.
Excuse me.
Come on. You are welcome in our court.
Yeah. In the history of Vontier, there have been many who have given service to the crown, guarding who some would say is our kingdom. Highest source of inspiration to some. This privilege is a way to be of service to others. Guarding this greatest inspiration is a way to show our love of Vontier. Before the Great Plague, in the time of Queen Drafina I, one person distinguished themselves in quiet service, steadfast trustworthiness, and companionship that she felt compelled to publicly honor with such words.
Thus, the honor of the Queen's Guard Spear came to be, a token that has traditionally been given once for reign at the complete discretion of the Queen. For many of us, this spear is the visible word fame of their continued service. There are 14 of us who hold 15 spears, Your Majesties. those of us here present today have come to present that 15th spear to Her Majesty to give as she so willed.
This gentle, who I'd like to recognize today, has been by our sides almost constantly, has traveled, has sent us messages to check in even when they couldn't be where we were, and very enthusiastically leaned into our shenanigans and games, which is very important. Gideon Finlay, can you please join me?
For the newest recipient of the Queen's Spear, a joyous noise!
Back to work.
That's the point here. That's the point here.
Mistress Gabrielle Marguerite Simonetti Cheliak, Mistress Alessandra
You're not here.
Lorenza Di Martini de Simonetta, Honorable Lady Hawala Al-Wadi, and Migrant Baron's daughter, please present yourself before their majesties.
So these amazing gentles are more of the folks who dedicated their love and time and enthusiasm and amazing creativity to making His Majesty and I look as well presentable as we are. And in particular, when we had silly ideas, they said, yes, let's do it. I don't know if any of you have seen our Queen of Hearts outfit. Woo! They're pretty epic. They also have an amazing lining in His Majesty's pants. It's kind of an inside joke, but it's great. Anyway, I wanted to take a moment and thank each of you for the time and the love and the skill that you gave us. We very so. I created a little music for you. Yes, of course. Thank you so much.
For the newest recipient of the Royal Clothier's Favor, a joyous noise! Valkyra, Offendom, Det, Gale! Their Majesties request your presence in their court.
Greetings.
Some of us play the SCA because we found it. Some of us were born into it. And not all that are born into it find a home. Some do. And you have been welcoming
of many different people from many walks of life. You've thrown yourself in true joy. We would like to recognize you. Please hear the words of our heart.
New tidings are at hand, my friends, which none in Ontario have foreseen, neither from the mountains tall, nor the seas vast, nor the valleys wide and low. The Kyria Okendum Gale has shown us promise and strengthened our hearts, and so we, wise King Nikolai and learning Queen Anna, wish to bestow upon them an award of arms. For the newest armature of the society! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip! Huzzah! Hip! Huzzah! Your Majesties, Lord MacLachlan has a brief presentation for you. May they approach?
Yes.
Your Majesties, as an emissary from the Kingdom of Meridies, I have things from your royal cousins.
Oh, thank you.
Walker.
That's her gift.
How's the good nobility?
Majesties, if I may trade your indulgence.
Yes, of course.
It seems to me that we might have something appropriate to send back to Meridian.
Yes, of course.
I love that.
Veliki knyaz, Izina. Knyazova Tvormi Danilov. I am the Grand Pontiff of Antir. Antir's pontiff is primus inter pares of the pontiffs of the known world, of which there are not many. And yet, while Lorik and Mouse have been sojourning these years in Meridies, it appears that a particular kind of feisty shenanigating is been observed in Meridies. And their Majesties Meridies have suggested that perhaps something much like the woe, or in fact exactly like the woe, might be a very good idea. Members of the whimsical order of the ailing wit, please attend to me.
Huzzah! Just on you.
So, oh my God, Jacqueline's here. Particularly the Pontifexes, this is our job, right?
Right. Yes. I came the whole way down from the Wortha for this.
Oh! So,
what were you doing?
So, Mouse has already been made a wolf. So she's been properly drubbed, but it occurred to me she had not yet been sucked. So therefore, since you've already banged it with a chicken, the best that I could come up with was to suck a couple of times. So I'm gonna, well, we didn't have a place for the buffet, so sake was the best I could do, exactly. So I'm gonna suggest actually that the Pontifexes join me in this.
Okay. Make it quick, because we're.
Okay, I know that's exactly. So let's put our hands on it. The Pontiffs of Antir declare that Mouse is now Grand Pontiff of Meridian. With power to woe and to let be, to pun and to go, to rise and to foul. Don't chicken out.
Oh, yeah.
Don't chicken out. It is my honor.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, one of the old ones. There we go.
Oh, wonderful.
You can start the other ones with it.
It's a good to get back.
Absolutely.
Your Majesties, I'm so sorry.
She is not.
I'm not. You're about to get chicken pox. Wars have been started for less, y'all.
Okay, and the new Grand Punches of the King of the Meridians, a joyous noise!
And now you all know what the whimsical order of the Ailing Wit is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We are not taking your time.
Okay. So,
It's not that. Okay.
In your thoughts.
Meridian has gifted me masonry.
Those are a crazy name.
Once again, a joyous noise for the generosity of the King of the Meridians. Your Majesty, the event steward wishes to speak to your populace. May they approach? Would the event steward please join their Majesties in court? If they are present.
They're probably working.
Probably out working something.
It is clear. She is often working.
All right. Next. Magister Pompeo Pina, companion of the Order of the Pelican, has a petition for your Majesties.
We have not.
We should just get her a chair up.
You can do that.
Not a bench, a chair. That one's traitors, I've heard.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like a permanent
I was
feature
gonna
of your
say,
course.
you get your own chair now.
And yet one more time.
One more as always.
One more as always, Your Majesty.
Yes, please.
With all members of the Order of the Pelican here present, by order of their Majesties, come down before the thrones of Vontier. With feelings.
This
Thank you. Greetings to you, companions of the Order of the Pelican. Each of you is a peer of this our realm, by virtue of your service and the sharing of your talents. People of the kingdom. Today you bring before us another for our consideration. What is the name of the candidate?
Your Majesty, we would beg that you call Kate McKim.
Let Katrin McKim approach the throne!
Huzzah! To the bagpiper!
Red tag.
Who will speak for this candidate?
I'll go first. All right. I am still Master Sebastian Decon. Glad. Yeah, so am I. I have taken, well, Kate has been my student for many years. When I first became a White Scarf back in the Dark Ages. My students universally do service. Galantis. I've got 2 barons back there. I have a former baroness. I've got kingdom officers. They do it all. You overachieve. You make me very proud. And you may be my peer. You're still my student.
Thank you. Huzzah.
Majesty. I'm Sir Orc, Knight of Ontier. I was there when Kate landed in the SCA. We share a household, and in the interest of brevity, I will share one factoid that makes me certain that she is being added to an order that is deserving of her intention. I know that she started marshaling and helping the community surely because she saw an opportunity to help her friends out and make it better for them, and has spent countless tireless hours since then improving every community that she is in by way of heartfelt, honest service by which she can do no other. I thank you for everything that you bring to the SCA and to those of us around you, and it is my honor to speak on your behalf as a member of the chivalry. Even though I know nothing about being a pelican, I know who you are.
Hey. Hi. I'm Countess Elizabeth de Rossignol, companion of the Order of the Laurel and of the Pelican. And it is as a Laurel, I'm going to say something to Kate today. Kate, your artistic development over the years has been a great pleasure to me. Your research and work in Egyptian knitting and the language studies that you have done. And I'm very glad to see that you have added that to your impressive resume of service. Kate was one of my sergeants while I was Baroness of Madrona, and I saw nothing but consistent, devoted service from her at all times. And I am so delighted to see you with us today. I think you will not only be a very excellent pelican, I think you'll be a fun one.
Huzzah.
I am William Garrett Gangolfin, 13th Baroness of Madrona and companion of the Order of the Pelican. Kate is my student and my sister and my dear friend, and I love her bits. And she is here through her own efforts, and she will shine in this role. But what I'd really like to do is share words of another. These are the words of Bertuse Thorgrim's daughter, 9th Baroness of Madrona, along with Viscount Ragnar Thorvaldsen, 9th Baron of Madrona. Bertuse says, I met Kate McKim when I was a fairly new Baroness on a cold evening when I was wandering through an event looking to meet new people. I found my way to the camp of Clan Carn, where she and her friends made me very welcome at their fire. After that meeting, I was able to encourage her to involvement in Madrona and eventually to become a candidate for the sergeantry as a gallant. At that time, the history of Madrona sergeantry was legendary, but the number of active sergeants was very small. The description being used for how to pass the trials was know everything and don't suck. Madrona tried to make it a hard but supportive process. Kate and Sir Heinrich Wilhelm von Ansbach plotted a study process, compared notes, and passed the trials together and definitely did not suck. Kate took on various roles in the barony and served as captain of the sergeantry for 13 years. serving the branch as much as she served the coronets. Her service quickly expanded to kingdom. She's always been an active rapier fighter and more involved in marshaling within the rapier community. She now puts in countless miles and hours as Kingdom Rapier Marshal. But that is only her service. As Countess E mentioned, she's also an accomplished artisan, and you should take a look at her art if you have time. So this short version is Kate is awesome. And if you don't see that, I hope you get the chance to meet her and see that for yourself soon. Your Majesty, I'd like to mentor to you.
Is it your desire that Catherine McCrim be added to this order?
Yes, Your Majesty. Are you sworn in fealty to another?
Kate, you have served us ably as a gallant and a courtier of Madrona. You have gone above and beyond, and you have set an example for how that job should be done. At this time, I'd like to release you from your oath of service as a courtier. I would like to strongly encourage you to retain your gallant belt and continue to serve as a fighting sergeant. Thank you for your service. I love you.
By what name do you wish to be known? Catherine McKim. Well pleased with your continued efforts and diligent service to this, our kingdom, and right mindful of the wishes of your peers. We are minded to create you a companion of the Order of the Pelican. Will you accept from us this offer? And swear to uphold the rights and responsibilities of this order.
Then will you, Catherine McKim, give your word to continue to fulfill the requirements set forth for the governance of this order, as you most surely have until now, to increase your labors nobly, to nourish your talents as befits a noble, and to seek to disseminate your talents and abilities throughout the kingdoms of the known world, as far as it is within your power.
Bring forth the medallion, speak its lineage if it has one.
Majesties, this is the shortest time that a clan car member gets to wear the medallion. Mind you, she still has to create the bead that symbolizes me for it because she made all of the beads that represent a clan car member. Which, to reiterate, are Althea, Pilia, Lozari, Alessandra de Montepeltro, Garrick and Golfin, Tim Lightfellow, John de Percy, Stephen Desjardins, and myself, Anhara Barreno. And now to Katrine McKim.
Since you're going to have to pass that one on, we also commissioned a medallion for you from Yarla Yahara. We wanted you to have your very own dog pelican.
And take from our hands. This token of your accomplishment. And our esteem. Mantle.
Bring forth the mantle.
This mantle was made for you by Grandma Canafariana and myself. Wear it with love.
Mantle from our hands. As a symbol of your nobility. Anything? Okay. Okay. The circlet. No circlet? Oh, perfect.
Let it be known on this day, Catherine McKim has been admitted to the Right Noble Order of the Pelican and will be known as a peer of the Kingdom of Montier and the known world. The new peers shall here be asked if they are willing to swear fealty. Upon which symbol of state would you swear fealty?
Okay. I'm just gonna hold this thing. It'll be fast.
I, Catherine June, and order of it contains the order of the Parliament and here volunteer to become a leading life living at worship. Faith and I bear to live and die against all manner of others.
And we, for our part, do
Swear
swear to protect and defend you and your household,
with all our power.
so long as we remain sovereigns of Antir.
So say we, Nikolai, King, Antir.
So say we, Anna, Queen, Antir. Ooh. It's English. Very, very great. Still and listening, quietly learning, a raven perched in the rain, while pelicans met and plotted and planned, and weighed the name again. Katrin McKim, courtier and gallant, acknowledgement is due. A martial exemplar these many years, her honor fair and true. Her long dedication, her chivalrous mien, her devotion to duty strong. The goot and the jam and the gauntlet sable, among her accolades long. To the Lion King and the Raven, to the Lion King the Raven flew, to tell what he had learned. Caitlin, oh my goodness, I can't speak English. Katrin McKim, martial, exemplar, her praises rightfully earned. A noble, gentle courtier and gallant, her worth the pelican's way. Many her accolades and much the praise, the scale they tilt her way. On a warm June day in the Antir Fair, by their command and right, Katrin McKim was called to court and knelt there, shining bright. My ravens, they come home to roost, the king spoke firm and loud.
Nevermore?
Can't take you anywhere. They bring me news from across our land. They say you do us proud. The herald called the order in. The pelicans flocked to court, delightedly in all their plumage fine to show their proud support. The queen did add her gentle words. Our path is clear this day. Your service long has loud been lauded. We make appear this day. Honor is due, all worthy subjects, from true kings and queens, therefore, we, Nikolai and Anna, honor Katrin McKim, and thus proclaimed for all to hear, a pelican doth rise, with all rights and responsibilities appear before our eyes. Done, our hand and seal, this 21st day of June, Anno Societatis 60.
Huzzah!
Who's the artist? Oh, yes. Wordsmith, Jade of the Lion Isles, art, calligraphy, etc., etc., everything else. Nicara Drago Di Argento. Thank you. But wait, there's more. One more as always.
Your Majesty.
All
It's
right.
like you read my mind.
I did. Would you like to call?
Can I?
Yes, please.
Your Majesties, the order would request that Durable be called.
So, your peers have spoken, and they believe that you belong with this flock. We would like to offer this to you, and we would like to.
He said yes.
Now, please congratulate your new vigilant and our new pelican. All right, we have 7 pieces of business left. In the meantime, please stand up and stretch if you need to. Try and feel the pieces of your body you can't feel anymore. Would you like me to help these on that? Okay, cool.
Yes, 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 yes. Let's go do that.
Okay. So you need some long this week. I'm gonna pick up the rest of them. Good. This one.
Their messages ask if you please enjoy your check break, but please return to your seats so we can get to you. We are almost done.
All right, we're almost done. Woo.
Thorfinn Iverson, their majesties demand your presence in their court with much love.
This fine gentle is dedicated to getting things done, working at gate, volunteering at every event he attends, showing joy in work and service, and making our kingdom better. Please for the word, Lord.
Never may we forget those who aid others, who strengthen hearts, who sing praises, who shine bright when all other lights have gone out. Thorfinn Iverson, we, King Nikolai and Queen Anna, bright and beloved monarchs of Antir, recognize you as a sanguine thorn. For the newest sanguine thorn, 3 cheers! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Hip hip! Huzzah! Viva! Congratulations! Master Charles de Bourbon, Domina Amara de Pessac, Mistress Gisette E. Burgolindi, and Master Alistair McRobert, please present yourself before their majesties.
No, we lost Charles.
Yeah, that's Charles.
Yeah, that's fine. He's so wily.
Yeah.
So once again, these amazing artisans dressed us. Thank the gods. And I wanted to take a moment and extend to each of you a clothier's favor that was created by my hand.
I would like to mention, though, that Master Charles Suburban did cheat and just loaned me his wardrobe.
Oh.
I'm lucky enough to be the right size and frame to wear it.
Thank you. His Majesty and I would like to ask all of the peers of the realm to come and witness the next piece of business.
Already here.
Yeah, I can do it.
Already here. Just start in the middle.
Gotta wait. There. All right, you're good. Good job. Good job. We'd also like to invite the Order of the Grey Goose Chef to stand witness to this.
You're already here.
It has long been recognized that there are certain gentles who are much deserving of high honor, not only for their skill at range martial pursuits, but by their mean and noble behavior. For a kingdom is supported by three things: valor, art, and service. And without any of these, the kingdom topples. Therefore, have we, Nikolai and Anna, established within our realm a chapter of the Order of the Mark to recognize those who, possessing all the other skills, virtues, and attributes appropriate to members of the peerage, shall also have distinguished themselves by outstanding achievement in ranged martial pursuits, including archery, thrown weapons, and steed engineering. And the name of this accolade is the Order of the Mark, an ancient term for target, who, for those called to this order, have shown singular skill to reach their mark at range, be it quarry, butt, or opponent. And the symbols of this Order of the Mark within a mass scale representing the target and the combat pieces of this order, a pair of white bracers. This order ranks in precedence with the Order of the Chivalry, the Order of the Laurel, the Order of the Pelican, and the Order of the Fence, and carries with it a patent of arms. Their Majesties, call forward John de Percy.
Baron of Glenwood, companion of the Order of the Pelican, who twice served as Kingdom Protector, bearing the arms, Perfed Sinister, Baron and Sable, a Wolf's Head, a Race Conturni, and a Limfed Or, who, obedient to their Majesty's summons, now presents themselves before the Sable Lion thrones.
Your Majesty, John de Percy here renders up seat 2, his crossbow and bolt, which he has used heretofore to protect the realm into your Majesty's side faith and trust.
John de Percy. That the assembled court may know your worth. We would hear from a member of each of these orders.
Is there here a companion of the Order of Chivalry who would speak for this candidate?
Permission, please. I am Constantine Truepenny, Knight of Antir and of the Society. And when I was new to all of this, John de Percy was one of the very first people that helped me start my path. And so we go back quite a ways. And there are three qualities of which I would like to speak. The first, prowess on the warfield. Now, for those of us weak distance challenged, there is a taunt that archers have. You can run, but you're gonna die tired. Now, honestly, John, prowess doesn't really afford us to die tired. We just die. But I don't mean that as a complaint, because quite honestly, when somebody of John's virtue is on your side, there's that 6.5 foot tall Duke, 9 foot spear causing mayhem, and it's like, John, could you? Oh, problem solved. So, that's great. The second quality is renown. Now, in building prowess, one gets, well known in their practice, then their branch, their region, and then kingdom. And for some, it is the known world. So no kidding, there we were. So Finn and I, who at that time was Prince of the Summits, we were traveling to Gulf Wars, and we were going through weapons inspection. And at that time, Sir Finn had newly embraced a longbow, a warbow on the field. And John courteously built him a set of arrows to take to this event. And so as we were going through weapons inspection, it came to light that these arrows had been made by John de Percy. And the marshal at the time, he was looking at it, he's like John de Percy? Like, see? John de Percy? And we're like, yeah. And he's holding up, he's like, guys, I'm inspecting arrows by John de Percy. So, yes, his name is known throughout the known world. The final quality is chivalry. No peer or peerage is one-dimensional. All the peerages are a complex, diverse place for people to grow. And for John, he's got, you would be forgiven if you'd say, hey, when he's not on the warfield, he's down at the range. And quite honestly, that is not the entire truth. John, as a senior marshal, when I went to my first Ursulamus, he was the marshal that did my armor inspection. Most recently at May Crown, he was the marshal on my field. John, from my order to yours, I thank you for the awesome human that you are and the service you provide us. Thank you, Your Majesty.
Huzzah.
Companion of the Order of the Laurel, who would speak for this candidate.
Yes, Your Majesties. I am Shifu Uji, companion of the Order of the Laurel and a member of the Order of the Great Goose Shaft. It would be difficult to imagine a Kingdom Protector Championship that didn't have John coming up on top. I wish to speak to you today about mastery. The old joke is that a master has failed more times than the novice has attempted. John is a master of his art. And for that, I will provide you with an anecdote. On the field here, some years ago, the society had just authorized a new sport for our game, target siege. You're welcome. The king at that time thought it would be a great idea for the finals of the Kingdom Protectorate to be target siege. No one had ever seen it before, except me and my Arcarius, my House Arai. John came up, as a master does, and looked at it and said, okay, I've not seen this before, but it looks an awful lot like a giant crossbow. And it is. And he won the day and the Kingdom Protectorate. I am proud to call you my friend and my peer. Well deserved.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Is there here a companion of the Order of the Pelican who will speak for this candidate?
It would be my great honor to speak about the service this man has done. An anecdote first. John likes to kill people. John actually loves to kill people. John likes to kill me. I like to kill him. But the important thing here is there are times when John brings everything to the field, ready to fight, looks around, says there's not enough marshals, puts down his weapons, and spends the day marshaling. That is service. That is love to your community. I'd also like to really read a list of every service John has ever done, but we don't have enough daylight for that. I'm going to give the short list here. Chronicler of Shire of Wywood. Armored Combat Marshal, Shire of Wywood. Central Region Armored Marshal, Combat Marshal, Kingdom of Ontario. Missile Combat Marshal, Kingdom of Ontario. Society Deputy Marshal, Combat Archery. Co-event steward, Missile Combat Marshal in charge. He is one of the people who, if the world is coming to an end in an hour, but there's a tournament, he will still marshal. John, you have a heart of service, and I am proud to see this historic moment having your name on it. Congratulations, my friend.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
Is there a companion of the Order of Defense who would speak for this candidate?
Yes, Your Majesty. If I may. My name is Colonel McLaren. I've known John a long time now. Not as long as many, but as long as I've been on the field doing hiking as part of the Falskarn and enjoying war fighting. John has been there and encouraging. He's usually the first one ever to go around the household, and everyone else he knows going, "Hey guys, we got a tournament coming up. Have you checked your marshal card? We got a war coming up. Have you checked your marshal card? Let's get authorized." If there's anyone to be an example for starting an order, the mods have had to do that 10 years ago, and you're at least one of them that did that. Talon is an example, and I can think of no better example than you, John, because you are an inspiration. You're honorable on the field. I don't know how many times someone's gotten hit by a bounce shot, and you're immediately calling out, "Please don't take it." Calling it back. That's with leading the way on marshaling, helping others. You're one of the first immediately to turn around and say, "Let's get armor inspected. Oh, hey, here's some new fighters. Let's get them authorized. Here's all the stuff you need to go through." That is an inspiration to me. Thank you.
Companion of Order of the Rose who would speak for this candidate.
Yes. I'm Countess Elizabeth, Companion of the Rose, and I would like to speak to John's virtues of chivalry. I'm not speaking of chivalry in the sense of the order of chivalry. I'm speaking of the virtues of which all of us are supposed to try to aspire to. And the Order of the Rose's particular charge is to recognize and to reward and praise those who embody the highest ideals of the society. I have known John since, my gosh, he was a little Clancarn pup back in Wywood, and for many, many years now. And it has been nothing but a pleasure to see him advance, do his work, gain mastery, and you've come today to this, you're one of the founding members of a new order of peerage in your kingdom. And for that reason, I'm going to ask you, John, to help
your fellows among the mark remember that it isn't just prowess. The ideals of chivalry, of grace to your opponents, of the benefit of the doubt, of helping those less able, and always teaching, always encouraging, that you have embodied so well after all this time. And it's easy to see how you have done so from the words of those who've spoken already. You don't get that kind of a record without having a heart of pure chivalry. And you do. And therefore, I'm going to ask you, please, to be one of those. You have eminent colleagues in the foundation of the Mark here in Ontario. I will ask you to please, obviously, continue as you have done for so long now, and to remind them that it's not just how well you can pick people off or how hard you work at taking care of the admin stuff. It's making people believe that this is the way we can be. We can be better. We can be great. And I believe that you are an extremely appropriate person to do that. I thank you very much for all the great things you have done so far, but I thank you most of all for the way that you have done it. Thank you.
John Percy. Right mindful of your achievement and your devotion to this our realm. And response to the recommendations of the community. We are minded to create you a premier of the Order of the Mark. Will you accept from us this honor and the responsibilities that come with it?
I will.
Will you, to the best of your ability, continue your quest for honor and skill, as you most assuredly have until now, as befits a noble, and train any dependents you may have to do likewise, so far as it is within your power?
I will.
Will the scroll be read?
Let all know by these presents that upon the 7th day of June, in the 60th year of the societies, we, Nikolai Ravenous von Takov, by right of arms, King of the Sable Lands of Ontir, and Anna de la Sara, undoubted Queen, do recognize and proclaim the merit, skill, and steadfast service of our beloved subject, John de Percy. For as much as he hath proven himself skillful in the ancient arts of the crossbow, bolt, and quarrel, and hath ever applied his craft with unflagging vigilance and unswerving aim, so too hath he shared his knowledge and mastery with others, instructing and encouraging those who would draw string and knock shaft as protector of the crown and kingdom. Wherefore, we do now raise him up and invest him as a premier of our most noble order of the Mark, that he may stand as a peer of this realm and of the society, bearing henceforth all rights, privileges, duties of this honorable estate, including to gird his arms both with the white vambraces of this order as a symbol of his prowess and a sign of his mastery in the noble art of ranged weapons. Know ye also that we do affirm unto him the exclusive right to bear and display by letters patent, verben sinister vert and sable, a wolf's head, erased conturi, and Elitha or. In witness whereof we have set our hands and sealed this decree with the great seal of Ontir, that all may know of his worthy deeds, steadfast loyalty, and martial skill. Done by our hands in the sable lands of Ontir, the 7th day of June, on the society that is 60, being 2025 Anno Domini.
Wordcraft by Sir Richard. Calligraphy and gilding by Daniela Zintil. Design and painting by Patricia Nian Andrew.
Bring forth the medallion.
Apologies, technical difficulties.
Pause for effect.
Put them somewhere safe. There it is.
Yes. All right. We're going to skip to the braces for a moment. Bring forth the braces. Let the weight of these bracers on your arms ever remind you of the responsibility you take upon yourself today.
With what sword would you wish to be done?
No breaking commercials.
Yeah, no.
I don't think once. I don't think twice. I don't think thrice. Maester of the Order of the Mark. And of course, the Maester John the Person.
Having been made a premier of the Order of the Mark, will you now reaffirm your fealty to this, our crown, and the realms?
I will.
Upon which symbol would you swear fealty?
The crowns of Ontario. I, John de Percy, a companion of the Order of the Mark, and a peer in the Kingdom of Ontario. You become your patron of light, limb, and earthly worship. Faith and truth I will bear unto you. To live and die against all manner of foes.
And we, for our part, swear fealty to you and to all of your household, to protect and defend you against every creature with all our power, so long as we remain sovereigns of Ontario.
So say we, Nikolai, King, Ontario.
So say we, Anna, Queen, Ontario. Yep. Be forever worthy of this crossbow, and keep it well as you have hitherto.
Make this a symbol of your last unanswered blood.
Should I break my vows? May I be as this full.
Congratulations, Maester
John DePercy. Your peers.
Wait. Don't leave.
It works. It works right there. Yes. Oh.
Hello.
Hello. So, the board of directors declared that we could not add any more people to this list until all three of us were elevated. Jacqueline was elevated, today I was elevated, and some of the best here, William was up.
Yes,
We need to grow our org.
we agree.
If I may. So Sir Constantine spoke of my skill with a crossbow. I also have skills with a crossbow on the target. And there is one that has pushed me and bettered me, and I have bettered this one. And he is my peer, Magister Tim Lightfellow. We wholeheartedly agree with the thoughts and wishes of your peers and would like to offer you admittance into the Order of the Mark with the agreement.
And we would like to arrange a suitable time for elevation and honor to
Excellent. He said yes.
Wait.
One more as always. So, these amazing peers, when we made their offers, they immediately said, excellent, let's work right now. And we've already had the pleasure of having a full meeting discussing candidates, as you saw.
Which had more royalty in it than here.
That's true. The one and only time that might happen. But we all wanted to be there. And we have one more candidate that they have recommended and we wholeheartedly agree with. This person has worked their tail off. They promote archery and thrown weapons everywhere they go. They reach out to anyone who shows the vaguest interest in throwing things or shooting things. And they're particularly close to my heart. Miss Rashida. We would like to offer you into this order. Yes, please. Yes, it was yes! All right.
All right.
A monstrously joyous noise. Thank you to all of the peers who are present for witnessing the birth of this amazing new peerage. And please go be more comfortable. We're almost done. Too long. I mean, this is true.
We're getting very silly at the end of work. We're almost done.
Your Majesty, Your Highness, this day needs to be, this day needs to be marked by the bards. This is the day that I've looked for 35 years. The day that the archers, the thrown weapons, the siege step up as peers. So I wrote this for this day. I give you the birth of the mark. Upon the field where arrows fly. That's not right. Not with today. Upon the field where quarrels spy, and spears pierce the vaulted sky, where mounted souls with bows do ride, and trebuchets command the tide. There stood the crown, in wisdom bright, and spoken to the gathering might. Behold, ye seekers keen and true, whose hands the ranged art pursue, through dawn's first light, through dusk's last hue. Your skill stands steadfast, strong as you. Now let the mark be justly placed for those whose aim is ever graced, who breach the heart from distant lands, and breach the walls with steady hands. Let none deny the truth be known. Their right demands their art, or thy throne, a peerage for the deft of hand, who respect upon the field demand. Thus spake the crown, and lo was born a peerage clad in honor sworn, a fellowship of eye and hand, whose deeds in stone shall ever stand. Yet, my friends, a moment I pray. Remember those who paved the way. Julian, Gerhard, Alistair, Torn, voices mute, yet white bracer worn. Geese, companions, all of the peers who worked so hard throughout these years. So let the bard sing of this day, of honor earned in modest way. And toast the mark with voices clear. Stand up, or take up thy craft. Stand as peer.
Present yourself before their majesty.
We cannot help but take this opportunity. Thank you for honoring us with your words. And we wanted to recognize you for your beautiful voice, your amazing gift. And we would like, please hear the words of our hymn.
The greatest song is what lies in store, fueled by the inspiration of tales long ago and the chorus of love for one's fellows and friends. Eric McLoss, the music you have gifted is always held in high regard, ringing through the fields and echoing into the highest chambers. By this way has it reached the hearts of Nikolai and Anna, the magnificent king and queen of Antir. Much pleased by your work and your spirit, they have summoned you here today to bestow upon you the the same old time.
This was painted by our very own Anor de Pisa.
Ah.
She's good at a lot of things.
For the newest stable chime, and for the lovely poem dedicated to the Order of the Mark. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Thank you for staying for the long haul. We had the opportunity to recognize a truly amazing number of our populace today. And now we would encourage you to please join us to remember one of those. And so with that,
With there being no further business, thus closes the court of the Royal Majesties Nikolai and Anna. Long live King Nikolai! Long live King Nikolai! Long live Queen Anna! Long live Queen Anna! Long live Crown Princess Sakshi! Long live Crown Princess Sakshi! For the barony of Dragon's Lair, long life! Long life! And for the greatest kingdom in the known world, thrice call her in! On tier! On tier! On tier! On tier! On tier! On tier!
Lion's pride.